your face value is not positive, correct it and come back, and I'm going to make this error code -88. Right? That way, if you see that, that was a mistake with that. Now, you could do a lot of else ifs, but when you're done, you always end it with and if. That tells Excel that all that checking is done. Continue with whatever there is next. I don't have to write any other. Sometimes you say else, because if these ifs or else ifs do not result in an exit function stuff, Excel needs to know what to do if else happens. Then you would have written else, and I could say message box, you did not make a mistake. And I don't have to say anything else because it knows to go to the next line. But obviously I'm not going to do that for this case. Again, I could write a comment line that says check inputs for error. Now let's continue. Okay. Well, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to calculate present value of all future cash flows. I know the face value. I know the coupon amount, because actually I haven't calculated the coupon amount yet. I just know number of coupons, but I will calculate coupon amount very shortly. And for all those, I'm going to go ahead and calculate their present values. So let's get things rolling. I need some more local stuff. I'm going to call this JCount as integer. I'm going to use that as a variable that counts through all the periods. Right? And I like doing things using local variables first, and when I'm done, I just return the function. You don't have to, but that's my way of, let's call this IPRES is double. As I calculate things, I'm gonna put things on IPRES, and when I'm done, I'm gonna put it into function name to return it. That's my programming style. I don't wanna incidentally put in the wrong values in the function, because that's the values returned. So if I make a mistake somewhere, I know where it's coming from. It's just a precaution, it's not necessary at all. So let's first calculate our coupon amount. We call that iCash. That's equal to face value times coupon rate and divided by frequency. Okay. As you can see, it reverted to my original spelling. Okay, so that's how I know. So let's get stuff rolling. First, I'm going to calculate the present value of face value at the end. So I'm going to put that in my IPRES. Well, get the face value. I face, or if I was Italian, I face. I face is equal to, or I face divided by, oh, there is one more thing I need. I need to calculate period interest rate. Let's call that P rate as double. Of course, why am I not using? Anytime what you want appears at the top, just hit a tab, it automatically writes it. I rate is equal to, no, P rate, I'm sorry, is equal to I rate divided by FREC. All right, I FREC. I like leaving spaces between blocks that do different things. I pres is equal to I face divided by 1 plus P rate raised to the power NQ. It's the number of coupons or the number of periods in this case. Okay. Since I obey the rules of precedence of calculations, exponentiations are done before anything else. But if you really want to be careful, how about you put some parentheses over there? Having extra parentheses never killed anybody, but not having parentheses when you have to did a lot of bad stuff. Years ago, this was 2010. You guys are too young to remember this discussion. Republicans had just taken over the House, after a lot of gerrymandering because of 2010 census, and the Tea Party movement was starting. So obviously they wanted to punish Barack Obama. I mean, he dared to have affordable health care. I'm a bleeding heart, pinko commie liberal, so if you're not, nothing wrong with that. As long as you listen to reason, I can, work with you. As long as you say, I don't believe in something scientific, A, science doesn't require your belief, and B, that means you are not somebody that can talk to. You cannot listen to the reason. People say, I don't believe in vaccines. Your belief is not required. You could say, I am not in agreement with the studies that shows that the vaccines are effective because of these reasons. I might not agree with your reasoning, but that is a conversation we can have. We can disagree about stuff, that's okay. But if you're close to being convinced, there's nothing I can do. I mean, if you believe your deity is somebody, Jesus, Buddha, Mahatma Gandhi, whoever it is, that's a matter of faith, okay? Science doesn't enter into it. You believe that, and that's your business. And I believe that, that's my business. There's a little saying in Quran, I can't remember its Arabic version now, it basically says, your religion is to you, my religion is to me. And the people who are saying, we're Muslims, we have to do jihad, they misinterpret the meaning of the word jihad. Jihad in its original sense means basically telling people the word of Allah and Muhammad. That's it. It's not go conquer other people. But as usual, that's what religions do. That's why I'm not a member of any religion. And using Groucho Marx saying, I wouldn't want to be in any religion that would have me to begin with. All right, do you know our IPRES? All right. Now I'm going to add present value of all the coupons in a row. You're probably thinking, this is a 30-year coupon with semi-annual. Are you gonna make 60 calculations and add them up? You know me better than that. That's not civilized, right? And we have means in any programming code, and especially in VBA, to do the repetitive tasks easily. That's called a loop. Okay? There are different kinds of loops, but the one that we're going to use is called for next loop. Basically, in that block that starts with for something and ends with next something, all the code between those statements are going to be repeated as many times as you designate it in that for line, okay? And in the manner you want. And so let's loop over the coupon periods. For, I'm going to ask you to repeat stuff, and I'm going to kind of have a counter for that. That's why I created a variable called jcount equals 1, 2, and coup. So this is a 30-year bond with semi-annual coupons, and coup is going to be 60, right?